This is one of my favorite builds. Hey guys, Akimbo Chris with Crusader Armory TV. And today guys, we got another suppressor video for you. If you guys watch the channel, you guys have seen that we've been working with Whisper Strike and we reviewed one of their 22 cans. Well, today guys, we're going to be reviewing their 30 cal can, the Whisper Strike M80 30. This is another suppressor from Whisper Strike. This is their 30 caliber can. It is 3D printed titanium. I'm super excited to try this thing out today. I really like their 22 can, so I just had to pick up their 30 cal can and test it out. If you don't know about Whisper Strike, they are a new suppressor company on the market. They started up last year around August, and honestly guys, they have some really unique offerings as far as suppressors go. So today guys, we're going to be testing this on a variety of different firearms, kind of getting a feel for it, tested on some 5.56, some 30 cal guns, really just give you guys a full first impressions and honest review of this can. So let's start out by going over the feature set of the Whisper Strike M80 30 cal suppressor. So it is a 30 caliber can, so it's gonna work for all your 30 caliber rifles. This thing can withstand up to a 300 Win Mag, and obviously it will work on everything underneath that, and this can is full auto rated. So your 300 blackout, your 5.56, all you'll have to do for the 5.56 is change out the thread adapter that comes on it. So this should work for all your rifle rounds that are 30 cal and below. It is a 3D printed design, but it is full titanium. So one of the biggest benefits about going with a titanium suppressor over something like your traditional suppressor that is stainless steel is that this is gonna weigh significantly less. As you can see, this is a K can, so there is quite a bit of size difference here. However, just holding the two, the Whisper Strike feels lighter. The Whisper Strike can with the adapter on it is 14.5 ounces, which isn't bad for this size of can, and that's one of the biggest benefits that you're really getting with titanium. Not only is it super strong, but it's super lightweight, and that's what you want when you're throwing something on the end of your barrel, because as you guys know, those barrels move. So a lot of times you throw a suppressor on and you're getting a lot of point of impact shift. So by this can being titanium, it's really gonna help minimize that point of impact shift and also help you conserve weight on whatever build that you put this on, because guns get heavy, you guys have small arms, you can't carry them, and you just you know, end up tiring yourself out. These suppressors are fully hub compatible, so any hub adapters that you have should thread right into this, your Surefire, your Dead Air, so you shouldn't have any problems there whatsoever. So switching this from gun to gun shouldn't be a problem if you already have those hub adapters ready. If you don't, then they do also include their own hub adapters that direct thread onto the gun. So you do get the hub adapter that you can direct thread on your gun, screws right over it, and then you are good to go. So this can is Cerakoted. They do have a whole bunch of Cerakoting options on their website if you guys decide to go check them out. This is their FDE, but they have plenty of colors, so these cans are fully Cerakoted. And as you can see as well, we do have a diamond design around the can there. So they look really cool, they look really nice, they're super lightweight, super strong, full auto rated, so you're getting a lot whenever you buy a Whisper Strike can. Now, as far as what comes in the box down here, as you guys can see, you do get all your tools that you need to take the suppressor on and off the gun or to service the suppressor, and that is a big plus in my opinion. Just comparing that to something like the CMMG here, that is more of a budget-friendly can, this CMMG didn't come with any tools. So having tools that work on your suppressor to get it on and off the gun is a big plus in my opinion. And obviously, as you guys can see, these are really solid, good quality tools. I think WhisperStrike does a really good job of their packaging. You also do get a little bag here for your suppressor. So for whatever reason you want to store it, you got a bag you can put it in. I think WhisperStrike knocks it out of the water when it comes to their packaging versus some of the other suppressors on the market. I'm really excited to shoot this thing today. Like I said, we're gonna test it on a variety of different guns. We got some 5.56 guns out here, and we're also gonna test it on a few 30 caliber guns as well. And we're also gonna compare it to the CMMG 036K, which is another more budget-friendly suppressor on the market, to kind of give you guys an idea of what to expect. These two suppressors are definitely in a different price range, but in my opinion, from everything that I've seen from WhisperStrike, is that if you are looking for a precision tool to put on the end of your gun, this is probably the way you want to go. Yes, you can always get something that's a little bit cheaper, but this is going to be really marketed for those out there that are looking for a serious use instrument for precision to put on the end of their firearm. If you're looking for something a little bit more high-end, this is probably something you're going to want to look at. But if you're looking for something a little bit more budget, then there are a few other options on the market. So I did pick up both of these suppressors from Lee County Firearms, as you guys know them on the channel. So we do have Alan back out here with us again today. You guys probably recognize him from the last suppressor video we did, and he's gonna be the one that keeps me honest out here today, guys, because a lot of you guys, you know, we're affiliated with some of these companies, and we want to make sure we're giving you guys honest reviews. So Alan's job out here today is to keep me honest on these suppressors.
Well, we don't have that much time, but nice to be back with you, Chris. Once again, Lee County Firearms, Alan Reeves. I've enjoyed the last time we worked together. I really enjoyed working with the folks from WhisperStrike. They had a very nice can, a very nice setup. They were a pleasure to deal with from the dealer end. Super good people to get along with. I know in the last video they had a really good solid can. That was a monocore design. This one's kind of an asymmetrical sealed rifle unit design. Very solid. Takes the hub compatible, as he's already mentioned. This diamond design, as he was speaking about earlier, it really helps with the knurling to get your can off there when it gets hot. Another item here on the table that we're looking at today is this 17.4 stainless steel unit from CMMG, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they go head to head. This is a 36 caliber can. This one's a 30. I think it'll do very well, and I think anybody would be happy with either one of these items.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to the shooting, guys. We're gonna throw these on some guns, test them head to head a little bit as far as like sound suppression and stuff like that. But the main star of the show today is gonna be the WhisperStrike M80 30. And we got some pretty cool guns out here. As you guys have seen, we did pick up the MCX Spear LT. So we're gonna be shooting this thing suppressed with that new WhisperStrike can as well. I teased this a little bit in some of my last videos, so all you guys that love the MCX and you sub for the MCX, we've got another one, so pretty excited for it. So we're gonna be testing it out here. We are at the law enforcement range again. We're gonna do some movement stuff. We're gonna go out to maybe 100 yards today and really put these cans through the test. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're gonna start small. We're gonna start with the 5.56. So we're gonna start with the SIG MCX Spear LT. So we're gonna take a few shots down here at this target, and the first thing we're gonna be testing is really sound suppression. So we're gonna test sound suppression on a few different guns. We'll start with a 5.56. We'll move up to a 11.5 5.56 because there's a little bit more explosion. Then we'll go to a 300 blackout and a 308. So let's see how she does as far as sound signature. All right, let's take our first shots with her. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's look at the target. I'm not sure how zeroed this optic is, so bear with me. We'll be kind of moving it throughout the day, but it doesn't look that bad.
That's actually a pretty good group.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I did shift my point of impact a little bit, but yeah, it's a little bit high, but we are only at probably about 20 yards or so. So as far as sound, not bad at all. definitely hearing safe. What'd you think?
Pretty good. I was surprised with it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, not bad at all. I mean, we took quite a few shots. My ears never started ringing. I noticed with some suppressors, after you take multiple shots, you know, 8, 9, 10 shots, your ears start to feel a little bit, but that was not bad at all.
I didn't hear any ringing, anything.
Let's see what Alan thinks.
Let's see.
I was uprange doing some work off camera, and I had no ear problems whatsoever. Actually, I was kind of surprised that it was that quiet, that especially with 5.56 out of a 30. No issues whatsoever. How'd you feel about it as the shooter?
I mean, I like it. I mean, obviously, no pain on the ears or anything like that, and it quiets it down enough where all you really hear is the crack, and that's kind of what you want. Is you're kind of really just trying to suppress that, you know, bang at the end of the barrel. I mean, the crack, you can't do much about that until you go to subsonic ammo.
Your neighbors certainly won't complain. That, and as a shooter, I think you should be very happy with that.
Yeah, see, that's the big thing for us guys, because as you guys know, you know, we're out there shooting. The neighbors get upset sometimes out at our range, so, you know, we had to get cans. It wasn't an option. Let's put her on something else. Let's put her on the 11.5 inch and see how quiet she is on the 11.5. All right, guys, now we got the 11.5 inch MCX Virtus on the lowest gas setting. Let's see how she does. Let me adjust here. I'm swaying too much. All right, not bad. Definitely a little bit louder with the 11.5. That's to be expected. You know, you got a lot less barrel, so you got a little bit more of an explosion, but still pretty hearing safe. Not bad at all. Definitely usable, and definitely, you know, if you're using this as a home defense rifle or something like that, you know, and you don't want to blow your eardrums out inside the house, that'll definitely probably save your ears.
I agree.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could have done way better than that. I mean, this group was better, but we're not shooting for groups today, guys. We're testing the can, but that's not bad, and the gas didn't seem too terrible either as far as like to my face. We're not running drills yet. We're not shooting her super fast, so once we get into that segment, we will definitely put her through her paces. So now, before we get into the 30 cal guns, let's test and see what that sounds like with the CMMG 36K. Now that is a 36 cal suppressor, so it is a little bit bigger in diameter, and it is a K can, so it's probably not a really fair comparison, but let's just see what the sound signature sounds like and see how it differs. Now we got the CMMG on there. Let's see what the sound difference is like. I'm gonna go for bottom left corner. That was definitely a lot louder than the Whisper Strike 30 cal can.
Yeah, I'd say it is a bit louder than the Whisper Strike.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, it is a 36 cal can, so there's a little bit more space in there, and this is a 5.56, and also it's a K can. So that makes sense, but just so you guys can see kind of the comparison, if you're really looking for sound suppression, that Whisper Strike 30 was super, super quiet. We'll see if the point of impact changed at all with the CMMG. So I was aiming low left here, and then it looks like we shot right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Definitely a good grouping, but I can definitely see the point of impact shift, because earlier it was just shooting a little bit high. Now it's shooting, looks like a little bit high right. Very minimal impact shift with the Whisper Strike, if any at all, because that's kind of how I zeroed it at this distance, and a little bit more for sure with the CMMG. So there's definitely some benefits to having a lighter weight suppressor, a titanium suppressor. You know, you're definitely going to have a different sound signature depending on the size of the can that you pick. But all right, cool. Let's put it on some 30 cal guns and see how well it suppresses those. All right, now we got a 300 blackout. What size barrel is this?
7.5.
7.5 inch 300 blackout DPMS. These guns, the 308 and the 300 blackout, were provided by Lee County Firearms for us to shoot. So guys, again, if you're in this area, go check those guys out. They are a big support of the channel. They've been helping us out. They're good people. We like to support good people. We know you guys do too. So if you're in the area, stop by, check them out. All right, let's see how she sounds. These are supersonics. We are gonna do subsonics next. Whew. Gassy for sure. That's the thing about DI guns, guys. If you don't have adjustable gas block, so I like the MCXs, turn that gas down, you don't get as much gas. But with a 7.5 inch, I mean, you know, what do you expect? But that was pretty quiet. I mean, that was not bad at all. Pretty quiet, especially for a 30 caliber round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's probably a little bit, louder than the 5.56.
Yeah, a tad.
Yeah, I think so. But now we got to put subsonics to it, because I know if you guys are buying a suppressor and you've got a 300 blackout, you're more than likely going to run subsonics. They're going to hurt your wallet. Don't get me wrong. It's not cheap, but
the joy you'll have.
Yeah, a lot of you guys are probably going to run subs. I like the way that feels a lot more than the supers. That's it. That feels.
And it was injected.
Yeah, it did run them. That's one thing that I've seen with some of the cans, like some of the flow-through cans, depending on what type of gun that you use them on. If you can't tune that gas or whatnot, some of the flow-through cans I've seen don't cycle the action all the way. So that may be one downside. That's why a lot of people tell you, if you're looking to suppress 300 blackout, to get a 300 blackout specific suppressor. But this one didn't have any problems. You could definitely feel that bolt chugging along, but it cycled them no issue. So that back pressure from this can definitely helps. You do get a little bit of gas with a DI gun, but I would recommend anything that you're going to be running suppressed to run a adjustable gas block, and make sure you get the right buffer. That's going to be what you need to do for any AR-15 DI gun that you want to suppress to get the most optimal experience. But that was pretty quiet. I mean, yeah, you really can't beat that. Yeah, that's fun. She is getting a little bit hotter, but still not bad. And I mean, we put her on the 5.56 at this point. You know, we just literally took it off, put it on the 300 blackout, but she's still not that hot. So, you know, as far as whatever they've done for heat dissipation, it does seem like it is working for the most part. I'm touching it with a glove on.
Man, you were just touching it bare hand too.
Hand warmer.
Yep.
Only thing left to test it on is a 308. I wish I had a 300 Win Mag, guys, but I don't. So if there's any company out there who wants to send me one, you know, my inbox is open.
I had a 300 Win Mag, and he specified a 300 blackout and a 308. Don't blame the supplier.
No, not his fault. All right, guys, so now we got the 308, and we're sitting here at probably about 25 yards or so. We are going to take her back to 100 today and kind of test later on, but right now we're just going to test the sound suppression on a 308. Me. Whew. Definitely kicked some gas back in my eye. I was starting to cry. That's not bad though. I mean, to be able to shoot a 308 without ear pro on, it's pretty insane. What'd you think?
I was impressed.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds really good. I mean, obviously you have the crack of the bullet, which you're not going to be able to silence without subsonic ammunition, but I mean, even as a shooter right behind the gun, definitely makes a 308 ear safe. So if you're a deer hunter and you're looking for something for a hunting rifle or whatever the case may be, you know, something like this would definitely aid you in the woods so you don't damage your hearing. Because as a hunter myself, you know, a lot of times I go out in the woods, even squirrel hunting, I'm not wearing ear pro, and after you shoot the shotgun a few times, you're gonna have tendonitis for a few days. So this will definitely help you out there. I mean, looks like we got all 5 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 2 in that hole.
Yeah, it looks like it.
5. I mean, that's not a bad group at all. I mean, yes, we're only at 25 yards, but
that's still touching.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, but we are going to take it back to 100, and we are going to test like point of impact shift at 100 with the 308 to see, you know, how much of a difference it actually makes. We'll shoot the gun with it off, and then we'll put the suppressor on and see how much the zero changes, because that is a reality of suppressors. Anything you hang off the end of your barrel can change the point of impact, because the barrels do move whenever you pull the trigger, you fire the round, and that extra weight at the end will cause it to snap a little bit more. So let's see how the Whisper Strike does with that later on. But now we're going to test gas. So I know you guys love the drills, so I'm going to load the MCX up, and we're going to do a few movement drills. Now we're going to be testing kind of the gas blowback on the Whisper Strike 30 cal. So we do have it on the MCX, great suppressor host. So I'm going to be running this course that they just set up behind me. I have kept my eyes away from it, so I don't know how it's set up. So I'm going to be running it blind, but we're going to see how much the gas, you know, either really messes me up or doesn't mess with me at all.
Gun left!
I took some shots at that target out there. Okay, let's look at the targets. That's not great. The gun's moving quite a bit. 1, 2. Dead man, at least. 1, 2. I swayed on the second one every time. These 2 were good. These would be 2 A zones right here.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Let's see how you did on that far one.
That made it incapacitated a lung though. And then I took 2 headshots of this guy. I mean, he was laying down, bro. I didn't know if he had a weapon or what was going on down here, but
innocent personnel in the area.
Yeah, all hostiles. As far as gas goes, it didn't hinder me at all. I didn't get a large gas cloud in my face or anything like that. So to put this thing on a semi-automatic platform, it sounded good, especially, again, something for like home defense, or if you're inside of a house, or maybe you just do a lot of training and you're inside of buildings. You definitely want a can that isn't going to echo and blow your eardrums out if you don't have ear pro on. So it definitely helps taking away that muzzle blast. And like I said, the gas on this thing, at least on this 16-inch MCX, was not bad at all.
Gun left!
A little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Still not bad with gas. I mean, as far as it not being a flow-through can, I know a lot of people like the flow-through cans to really minimize the gas. As long as you're running it on a AR platform or something that's really designed to be a suppressor host, I don't think you're gonna have a lot of issues with it. Your basic like mil-spec AR may not be the best thing to run with it if you don't have adjustable gas block, but for it not being a flow-through design, again, gas really isn't that bad at all. All right, so just looking at the targets real quick, we definitely did a little bit better on that one. Got one right by the bullseye, one a little bit lower. Check this guy. Check this guy, not too bad. And then this one we definitely did a little bit better. 2 shots here. All right, guys, so now we're gonna test the point of impact change with the suppressor off and with on. So I'm gonna do 3 shots off, 3 shots on. So let's see where we're at. Jesus. All right. It looks like it was impacting high right on the target.
All right.
High right, yep.
Got another on brass.
All right, let's go check her out. Here is that target from shooting the 308 suppressed and non-suppressed. Obviously, me sitting at 100 yards, I know this was one of the first impacts here. This was one, and I believe 2 of these 3 right here are the other 2 impacts. I could be wrong. You guys will know because you guys see it on camera, but I know I took 7 shots with the suppressor on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that to me looks like my group with the suppressor on, and then I'm guessing that's going to be my group with the suppressor off. So it really looks like that suppressor helped me tighten up my group. No, the optic is not 100% zeroed. Like I said, this was a trade-in that we were shooting out here, so we didn't zero the rifle. But it does seem like my group substantially did close up a little bit when we put the suppressor on, if I'm right about the impacts. But we'll know when we review the footage. But again, a good suppressor can make you more accurate. All right, so now since we tested out the 308 and kind of the point of impact shift, I also want to test it on the 5.56 and see if we get kind of the same story. So we are going to shoot the 16-inch spear here. We're at a different location. We did migrate, so we have a target down range that is about the same distance, right around 100 yards, close enough. And we're going to take a few shots with the MCX unsuppressed and suppressed and compare the group and point of impact shift. All right, let's go check that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a great group, but we got them on paper. I mean, that's pretty much
a hand.
Yeah, hand. Not bad for just resting off the truck up there. I mean, we don't have a bench out here. I was gonna bring one, forgot it at home. Unfortunately, it's on me. But yeah, that's not terrible. I mean, effective if you're thinking about a man-sized target. So now let's put the Whisper Strike on there and see if it helps us tighten this group up. All right, I aimed a little bit lower on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's better.
It's way better.
Yeah, so you got here to here. The first group here, unsuppressed, goes from the tip of my pinky to almost the bottom of my hand. And you see this one here, we got tip of pinky and then about the middle of the hand. I definitely think that's a better group overall. So guys, look, it is not a gimmick. Your suppressor can make you more accurate, because this is with no suppressor, and it definitely helped enhance my accuracy. And that's one of the biggest things about Whisper Strike, and one of their biggest focuses is really making a precision instrument. So, you know, I know that there's been some people, when I reviewed the 22 can, they were like, oh, that's a little bit expensive for a 22 can. I don't want to pay, you know, 500 beans for it. But guys, you have to remember, you're paying for quality. This is not going to be for somebody who's just looking to save every penny, and somebody who's just looking to get, you know, a cheap suppressor. This is for people who really care about precision, really care about how that suppressor in their barrel you know, impacts the way that they shoot. This is a precision instrument, and I think you can see that here. No, I'm not a great shooter, so you're not going to see sub MOA groups from me with a 3X optic with no real rest or anything like that, but I think we can tell just real world performance, you know, no BS. I definitely shot better with the suppressor. So now the last thing left to test is durability. So these are full auto rated. So we've got quite a little special upper on here. YouTube, it is the forced reset, so calm down. No fully automatic guns out here. Let's test and see if she can survive, as well as this Bear Creek upper. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. She's probably hot.
Oh, I bet. It's not. He learned the hard.
It's pretty hot.
He learned the hard way.
I mean, it's not too bad though.
Basically, you could grab it, hold it for a second, and be like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely fun though.
It looked fun.
But it seems like it survived. I didn't hear any weird noises. Didn't see any weird sparks. So hopefully we didn't get a baffle strike. But we'll take her off here in a minute and check her out. But seemed like it functioned perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Bear Creek Arsenal upper survived so far. So props to Bear Creek. Yeah, props to Bear Creek. Well, she survived. Full auto rated, guys. So if If you got any full auto toys or force reset toys at home, then this is something that will hold up, so you don't have to worry about it. Cameraman said he wants to ride the Lightning, so he's gonna put a few rounds through it.
Perfect.
Fun.
Yeah.
Even funner because it's suppressed.
Yeah. I love it.
The way that sounds echoing off the trees is kind of crazy. All right, guys, after putting heavy rates of fire through it, doesn't look like there's any visible damage from what I can tell on the inside just looking through it. And obviously with us shooting in force reset mode, if there was a baffle strike or anything like that, we probably would have already known. So just to close this one out, the Whisper Strike definitely impressed me. Every test we put this thing through today, it passed. As far as sound suppression, comparing it to the CMMG, it definitely suppresses very, very well for a 30 cal can. Even when we put it on a 5.56, it made the 308 hearing safe and made the subsonic 300 blackout super, super quiet. Not only is it really good at sound suppression, but you know, obviously we took it out to 100 yards to kind of test point of impact shift, and the point of impact shift was very, very minimal, as Whisper Strike claims, and it makes sense with it being titanium. But not only did it not shift our point of impact very much, but it seems like it actually helped us tighten up our groups. As far as the gas is not bad. You are going to get a little bit more gas with this type of suppressor design because this is not a flow-through suppressor design, but what I'll say is it's definitely manageable even on a semi-automatic platform such as the MCX, as you guys could see when we were running those drills. You are going to get a little bit of gas back, but it is very minimal as long as you have the proper suppressor hosts to run this on. I would recommend any gun that you're going to run a suppressor on to run an adjustable gas block if you have the option. That way you can really tune the firearm to shoot the way that you want it to.
We close out here today's video. I would say that as a dealer, as somebody that's going to be selling this to a customer with their hard-earned money, I'm very impressed with the performance that you're getting from it and that they would get from it. One thing that I really like is the hub compatibility with just a quick change wrench. You can switch it from your 5.56 1/2 by 28 thread to 5/8 by 24 thread. Very easy. Take a 21mm wrench, put it right on there. No issues whatsoever. It comes with the tools from Whisper Strike to do that. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to buy anything extra. It's held up to, as you said, the rates of fire that we put it through. You got lightweight. The fit and finish on it is really exceptional when you have it in your hand. I don't know how much you can see that through the video, but just taking a look at it here, I don't think anyone would be disappointed in this. It's also price comparison. When you go to compare it with a Q, a Dead Air, it's right there, and actually it's maybe about $100 less depending on what company you're going from. I don't think that that any purchaser would be disappointed in this at all.
To your point, you know, fit and finish, it definitely held up really well. Even the Cerakote job on the actual suppressor seemed like it held up. And guys, we put probably about 200 plus rounds to this thing today, and obviously different calibers, 308, 300 blackout, and it definitely held up. If you're looking for something that's going to enhance your accuracy, something that's going to help you shoot a little bit better, something that's going to suppress very, very well, then Whisper Strike is probably the company that you want to check out.
This is our second experience with the company. You know, we reviewed their 22 can not very long ago. I was impressed from the get-go with it, with its monocore design. This right here, you know, when you start getting into centerfire caliber suppressors, sometimes the decibel reduction, the heat reduction, things like that, they can kind of go out the window. It's really easy to do a 22 can well, but they knocked it out of the park with the 22 can, and they've done an excellent job with this high-powered rifle silencer. I don't think anybody would be disappointed when they laid their money on the counter for that.
Yeah, and the heat dissipation on this thing has been great today. I mean, we just put, you know, a whole bunch of rounds to it in force reset mode, and as you can see, now I'm sitting here holding it with no gloves on about 10 minutes later. So definitely whatever they're doing as far as design for heat dissipation seems like it's working. So it really hit all the metrics for me as far as a suppressor in this price range. And to Alan's point, you know, if this is something you guys are looking to check out, then in my book, it passes. So without further ado, guys, that is the video for this week. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment below what you guys think about WhisperStrike suppressors. I'm curious to see from you guys' point of view, if you've never used one before, kind of watching the videos, what you guys think. So comment below on that, and subscribe for more content, because YouTube hates gun content and we need your help to stay in the algorithm. So I'll see you guys next time, and I'm out. Peace.